VIP member today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Guns and Radio podcast. And man, we have got some GNR news for you today. First off, Axl Rose wants a marketing plan before he can release any brand new songs. We're going to talk about that in our top story tonight. Also, who is this guy that's doing soundcheck for GNR? And maybe can we sign him up? Well, we've got the answer to that question also later on in the show. And plus, a new, obviously fake photo is going around this the Guns N' Roses websites and things right now. But, you know, there's might be a little more than meets the eye. We're going to tell you what we know about that and much more today on the Guns N' Radio podcast. What's up, folks? Welcome to episode 348 of the Guns N' Radio podcast. It's nice having Guns N' Roses news for a change, you guys.
It's great, man. These guys are on tour.
You go on tour, you spark a match.
Some wild shit, you know. About last week, and there's more this week. I love it.
I know, right? And I guess our top story that you guys are coming to hear from us is the story of the marketing plan situation. So this happened. Yeah, this is what Axl's saying, and I'm inclined to believe him. I mean, who's going to know? But I'm going to play you guys a video from, where did this happen? I believe this was in Japan.
Yeah, so this is the Yokohama show, and then I believe, you know, what always in Japan somehow, the Japanese get their hands on the in-ear monitor feed somehow, one way or another. Like, you know, the same thing happened with the '09 Tokyo Dome show. Like that the in-ear monitor source leaked for that. And they sort of combine it with like I guess like maybe soundboard and maybe some like audience recording somehow. They blend it into one. And it's been bootlegged to shit there. I know it was like posted on our Discord and people like looked into it and like
and it's been posted on our shorts stream on YouTube also.
Plenty of those, yeah. So definitely head over on our YouTube Guns and Radio Pod.
And let's take a look at that video real quick, and let's see exactly what Axl says. I think I downloaded the wrong video. Was it perhaps? No, it was after perhaps.
Yeah.
My bad. I'd do the other two new songs, but I've been asking for a marketing plan, and I have not seen anything.
Let's see. Let's see what we should do.
So that's all he really said is I would do the other two songs, but some fucker hasn't. So it's obviously somebody that's in the GNR camp whose job it is to get that to him.
Or management.
Or I mean, if it wasn't
so he was willing to do this new song that I was talking about called Nothing? Or
I don't know. Well, two new songs, so he's probably talking about Nothing and Atlas Shrugged since they're both on the set list right now.
Yeah, and they were both soundchecked, I believe, at this show, and that also that bootleg of the Cons Are From Japan. There's a fourth disc on there where it has the soundcheck. Yeah, and, Axl, of course, wasn't there at the soundcheck, but they did soundcheck both those songs, so we get a sense of what they are instrumental wise, I guess. You know, musically. You know, the lyrics we assume are going to be the fucking same anyways. You know, these are just like, let's, you know, overdub some Slash and Duff stuff on there and, you know,
I don't even care. Song. I'm not complaining about it. I'm happy if they are going to put it out. I'll be happy to have it in the official. It's better than nothing, you know. Catalog.
I'll give you that.
But that being said, this is my assumptions, what I'm taking from this. He knows who he's talking to right now, and he would say, if it was somebody that wasn't present to hear him talk, he would be like, "Hey, I would do these other new songs, but the fucker that's supposed to be getting this to me hadn't got it to me yet. You know what I mean? Or these fuckers if these fuckers will hurry up and get me a marketing plan." You know, he'd say something like that. But the way he says it,
but maybe Rick already did.
extent, yes, I'll give you
Just
that.
throwing that
for
out
sure.
there, Team Brazil. Seeing if it sticks.
Yeah, just do what Rick did. Pretend it's a leak. Anyway, that's. But I don't know. Is it Team Brazil's job? Because I always thought that part of their job was more aligned with the duties that take place to make a live show happen.
If they are GNR management, their responsibility is to ensure Axl doesn't have to worry about such shit. And if he hasn't
Yeah,
seen it,
'cause-
he hasn't seen it. And if it's on their list of shit to do, maybe it should be on their list of things done.
Well, at the same time, they're on tour right now. They're in the middle of fucking Japan. I mean, what is the likelihood that anybody?
Dude, Doug Goldstein did it all without one of these, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. But what I'm thinking also is, what is the likelihood they're actually gonna do it?
Probably they're gonna do it because they have no choice. They have to put out new material to make these nostalgic tour runs worth something.
pretty
mean,
much,
You
if
gotta
catch-
put something out, guys. You gotta put something out. It's been 6 years. 16. It's been 9 years. Sorry,
9 years.
And we have
yeah, since Non's
less
lifetime.
than a half dozen. We have a personal
Yeah,
donut
maybe.
thing. You're not bringing donuts to the office. You're bringing donuts to your desk, Axl.
Yeah, we got an EP's worth of stuff. That's about it in what, a decade?
And leaks.
Come on.
No, I completely agree.
Well, it wouldn't have happened without those leaks. Let's be real.
In 9 years, you can't put out another album.
But where my doubt is the people that we want to blame are like Fernando, Betta, and people like that. But I'm not so sold on that's who is to blame. However, I do suspect that whoever is to blame is within the immediate camp. So
Yeah.
I just don't know
I
if
would
this is
say they're
one.
within arm's reach.
I just don't know if this is one we can pin on Fernando, like we normally. Most of the time, yeah, and believe me, when the man deserves to be shitted on, I'll shit right in his face. But I'm not sure that he's the culprit this time. In the chat, Bailey says if they play it live, they will release it. Yes,
Same thing they did with Absurd.
and if they don't, we
And
will.
Axl was like, you can get that at midnight on iTunes.
Yeah, that was a shadow drop too.
But I've been
Yeah.
saying it for years. Even when I was on a podcast with Sid, I said they're going to drop singles. That's how they're going to do it. And that's how they've been doing it.
So then, how hard is it to write a marketing plan for something that you've already done 4 times up to this point? Why not just copy one of your old emails, change the words around, and send it
Because
to the boss?
half of them were duds.
I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe the lack of popularity and attention that they've been getting is why Axl hasn't seen a marketing plan. Maybe he has seen one and rejected it, and he's waiting on the next one, and they hadn't got it to him yet, and that's why he's like, "Hey, I thought we talked about this. Get off your ass and give me that fucking marketing plan."
I mean, maybe, but this is also the same management company that, honestly, I don't even give them the faith and trust to market a new fucking Gordita Crunch at a Taco Bell. So what do I expect?
I mean, okay, yeah, I got you on
The
that.
shoe fit.
I can see where.
The consistency leads us to believe.
Yes, exactly. I can see where the it looks like it's probably team, because it usually is Team Brazil's fault. But this
Oh, yeah.
particular time, I'm not so sure. I'm sure they're in Team Brazil, but I don't think it's the culprits that we're used to looking for in this particular one.
Yeah. And it's not like, with Chinese democracy where you can like have some sort of blame on the record label for like holding it back or whatever. Like the record label would be like dying for some fucking new music. They're like, yeah, please, GNR, it's like a legacy band, I guess, a band with clout and still has some name reputation. Of course we want to like release
Yeah.
If
music
the
as
Stones
much as
can
possible.
still drop quality albums, it's hard to track. But maybe, like you said, D, maybe he's seen stuff and he's not digging it. I mean, that might be part of it,
Possibly.
but
And
I
that could
I
potentially
don't think
be.
this is sitting on the back burner for him.
Or it could be a situation where it could be linked. Now stay with me on this because it's not that far of a stretch when you really think about it. it could be linked to someone outside of Axl's immediate camp that's into the extended GNR camp. And by that I mean like how it wasn't necessarily Axl's decision to get rid of Frank. I'm sure he signed off on it, but it was more Duff is the one that's in charge of that part of the band. So maybe Slash has people that's over here in charge of this part of the band. And maybe Axl's not getting what he needs out of those people. You know what I'm saying? And this is his way of trying to be gentle while at the same time saying, hey, this isn't getting done. Get your guy on.
I said it last week on the podcast. Like, Axl was working, quote unquote, with studio musicians on Chinese Democracy. Not very huge at the time, high level musicians, where he could, quote unquote, kind of boss them around. You know, I'm using that very lightly. But, like, now he's dealing with Duff and Slash's management, and now they're pushing back because they have just as much clout in the band, or they have just as much force. It's 2 against 1 or 1 against 2 or what have you. But I don't think that this time it has anything to do with Duff or Slash's management saying maybe we have to work on this. Like, are these old tunes from Chinese Democracy that maybe like Tommy wrote that they have to work that shit out with? You know, maybe. You know, I don't know if that's part of it.
I would think that they've got that sorted by now. I think they would have had that sorted before they had it on a set list. Anybody with any kind of a fucking brain would do that. And I'm not saying these guys are stupid.
All right, just you know, there could be 100 variables in the picture. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but we'll keep an eye on that.
I'm trying to defend your side that it might not all be Team Brazil this time, but you know.
Hey, if it turns out to be Team Brazil, by all means. Shit right on their forehead for all I care. I'm not a fan of theirs. I'm not crazy about them. I don't like that
Vince
they're
McMahon
here.
style. Okay,
that's right. Give them the old Vinnie Mac office squat.
The Cleveland Steamer, baby.
No.
I'm just kidding. But
no, the Connecticut Steamer.
Oh,
thank you.
The Stanford Steamer. There we go.
There you go.
The Titan Tower shit storm.
Oh, the Titan turd. Anyway, motherfucker. Oh, that's pretty good. That leads me. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna go on to our next story here, which leads me to where I've got to share here. Let's take a look at this Facebook post, because the one I'm sharing is coming from a Facebook group called Rock Legends. However, don't get it twisted. Everybody keeps sending me to Twitter to look at this post. Guys, I don't have Twitter. I don't use Twitter out of protest. I will not get on Twitter to look this up. So please don't send me something that you can't send me that can only be seen on Twitter. I will not look at it. That being said, this did get to me. This photo's been making the rounds.
Oh my!
I'm having some yard work done as we speak right now, guys. So I'm sure you're hearing a lot of loud shit happening in the background, and I'm controlling it the best as I can. But here we go. So turns out, you go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so this is like making the rounds. I saw like on the site formerly known as Twitter, they got 2.1 million, I guess, views, impressions. I don't know what they count it as by, like, but like, I don't know. I guess someone made Axl look like Vince Neil circa now. But Slash is almost still normal. But if you can peek really close in between the two,
yeah, I'm getting there.
You can familiar face a very good friend of ours of the show.
Yeah, let's just see, man. Okay, first off, before I do that, I want to say turns out this was not Franz. And so
surprised.
Rick sent me this earlier this week, and he was like, look, if you see this little bitty Rick Dunsford hidden creepily, and they always
It's like 15 years ago, Rick.
This is part of why I don't think it was Franz, because Franz has access to different photos of Rick besides this one. So I know for a fact he does. We've got a library of them at this point. He's been with our group so long. And so the first several times somebody sent me this week, I was looking at Fat Axl. Fat Axl in this picture is so distracting that you don't see Rick.
You
hiding.
notice this little thing in the middle there. You're like, telescope it, you know?
And dude, if you look at the comments, some people are believing this is real, but obviously this
Oh
photo
my goodness.
is
It's
not
fake as
real. It's photoshopped.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Or
But,
AI or whatever. But
see, that's what me and Caputo would look like if we started a band and he had long hair.
I'm gonna grow it out. It's gonna take me a few years. We'll see.
Maybe
Maybe that hair transplant in Turkey will work out. Who knows?
Yeah. But I just think it is so funny how viral that photo went and how many times it got sent to me. But how many people that aren't even in our immediate cast here.
Yeah.
And not even just on Discord, like friends that know I'm into GNR. And
Wow, Axl's really lost himself. What the fuck?
I got that from somebody like, holy shit,
Oh my
dude,
god.
what's going on with Axl? And I'm like, dude, it's not real. Yeah. But yeah, it's been making the rounds an awful lot. And no, this time Franz is not responsible. We actually, I don't know where it originates from. We tried to find that
Franz
out.
swears up and down it's not him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't. If Franz says it's not him, it's not Franz.
I would believe it. It wasn't.
Because Franz would gleefully have made this.
Share it with us first, and then post it everywhere.
Yes.
We would be the first to know about it if it was him.
This is right up. I don't know. If you guys aren't in our Discord and you don't know what I'm talking about, our buddy Franz that comes on the show a lot, his favorite joke in the world is making photoshops of Axl Rose and making him look really fat. And he does these. That's why, of course, I immediately was like, good one, Franz. And then, yeah, as it came out in our group text, it's not him. So. But there's another question of identity that's going around on these GNR viral short clips.
Kudos to whoever did upload it, though.
Yeah, 100%. But the other question of who is this guy of missing identity, whatever you want to say, is this soundcheck guy from a GNR show. And somebody shared this with us, and we shared it, and a lot of people in the comments are saying, man, Axl's really got his voice back. And dude, I'm like, did you even watch the video? It's obviously not Axl. One, it doesn't sound like Axl. It doesn't look like Axl. I don't remember when Axl was ever had brown hair, but okay.
Or that curly or that long.
Yeah, but let's watch the video so we can see what we're talking about first.
This is a sound check. All right.
And there you go.
Okay.
Pretty freaking dope, if you ask me.
That is quite dope. Maybe it's like the band that was opening for them. I don't know.
It was.
They had like 3 different bands opening for them on tour.
No, I have that answer. So before I tell you the answer, I want to tell you the most common guess, besides people that thought it was Axl, was people saying it was Miles Kennedy. And second off, I was like, I don't know. It just doesn't sound like Miles to me. He doesn't hit those notes with that same technique. This guy is using the same.
That would kind of be a conflict of interest to have Flash open for him too.
Fair enough. But this guy is using a similar vocal technique that Axl used to use back in the day. And that's why I'm like, Miles doesn't use that technique. But it turns out it's neither one. It's this guy, and I'm going to share my screen again. His name, now, I'm going to butcher this. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. And I want to apologize to everybody before I do, because this is definitely getting butchered. But this is the guy in question. And his name is, I'm going to show it to you here, Girish Pradhan. And let's see. So he says in his intro that he has shared the stage. He's from India, and he shared the stage with GNR, Mr. Big, Nazareth, Alter Bridge, Skid Row, and many, many more. I didn't get the name of his band. However, I'm assuming it's this GATC band here. But there seems to be, he's got some other shorts. Let's see if any of these will play. Well, I guess not.
You have the audio killed. Hit the microphone.
How do I turn that up?
Pop right by the hamburger.
Are you guys hearing this?
Over one. Over one.
All right, well,
There you go.
let's do it. Let's do it this way. Let me close it out and reshare it because we can't have a whole show be us fucking with the goddamn audio. Anyway, how do you say that? Girish Pradhan?
Pradhan, yeah. Yeah, man. I was going to say, I thought the ghost of Shannon Hoon coming back and slaying some vocals.
It's really good, man. This dude is really good. Okay, so I got the system audio ready. Okay, let's take a listen. Let's sample his band a little bit, and let's see what they're all about.
If it works, let's see.
Got a clean right thing going on.
Okay, hell yeah, I'd go check these guys out based on that little bit. He kind of does sound like old school Axl. Wow, they're in the wrong fucking decade.
Yeah, I dig it. I don't know, man. This Asia's got some good ass rock talent. You know, we got the Journey's lead singer there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Arnel Pineda from the Philippines. So.
Yeah,
I remember when that guy like put his balls on the line and was like, "If you think I suck, I'll quit."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Who was? Oh, the guy from Journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta respect that.
Yeah, well, he doesn't suck, so.
That's a dude who believes in himself. He doesn't fuck around, so I can respect that.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, lately, but he's got one of the coolest stories of how I got into rock and roll ever. But that is all of the news that we have. Anybody got anything else you want to add or talk about before we move on?
Oh, rest in peace, George Wendt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. And today is an anniversary of the Tommy Hilfiger fight.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what
I
exactly?
saw Brando, our pal, post that.
So what happened?
I've heard so many different sides of what happened that night.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, what do you think happened if you've heard them all? What have you put together?
I've heard one side that like Axl came in and they like kind of moved Tommy down the celebrity line, or like tried to let Axl's entourage mix with his because they only had so much room, and then Axl sat down, and when he did, he like moved a drink so it didn't spill on a woman, and Tommy got mad, or Tommy like got really territorial, and Axl was in with his entourage, and then Kid Rock like was there, and apparently like he wasn't there until after everything hit the fan because everybody was running over to like see what happened, and Kid Rock got like trampled in the process.
I wish.
But
poor Kid Rock. Oh no.
But I wonder if they're still hanging out, Axl and him. Well, but
who? Tommy Hilfiger?
No, Axl and Kid Rock.
I don't think so. Axl is vehemently Democrat.
Yeah, today's
so
the anniversary of that particular happening.
It happened almost 20 years ago. I think it was like, yeah, in 06, because it was Cornrows Axl.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah.
It was, yeah, because I remember.
Somebody sent me the
I
headline.
sent it to you today.
Yeah.
That would be neat.
Oh, that's funny, man. So, what's the other side of the story?
Tommy wasn't letting Axl. Tommy just thought Axl was a dick and was like being intrusive, and I guess the club can only hold so many people, Tommy. You know, you got to put them somewhere.
I mean, okay, that's a likely story, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I believe that.
This is 06 Axl. He probably was still a bit of a dick then. So.
But also, even if he wasn't, I mean, you can easily say Axl was enough of a figure of the media that had most people's ire that you could just say, he was being a dick, and most people would have been like, sounds about right. Yeah, okay. He's the bad guy in the situation, you know?
I mean, back then, that was still sort of the narrative, I guess, you know. People still remember the 90s.
Hey.
Hey.
Didn't Tommy Hilfiger, like, say something about, like, he doesn't make clothes for, like, African Americans or something?
What?
I
Dude,
seem
he
to
made some
remember.
racist comment?
When Tommy was fashionable, I owned Tommy slacks. Like, I don't think that was.
Okay, so an email began circulating claiming that Tommy Hilfiger appeared on Oprah Winfrey and said he didn't want African Americans, Asians, or Hispanics wearing his clothes. Oprah furious threw him off the set. But apparently this isn't what happened. So I guess there's some dispute about it, so maybe that didn't happen. Well, since what I'm reading I don't have time to do the research, and it sounds like that's not true, then we'll just say it's not true for now until I figure out otherwise. Doesn't really matter. But you know what does matter?
You want to talk about the Foo Fighters firing their drummer out of nowhere?
Bailey did mention that. So I think
let's talk about
at least
that.
bring it up. Because that's
An old
fucking
friend of the
random.
band, Josh Freed.
Yeah. What the hell? Like, and he apparently, like, he announced it himself. The band didn't even announce it. It was like Chris himself announced it. And he's like, I was literally just called about it, and then, like, that's it. I'm like, okay, so you played a handful of shows with these fucking guys, nothing with them, and that's that. What the fuck, Dave?
Well, maybe a couple things are happening. Taylor's son is now 18. Is that? And two, maybe they were trying to record and it wasn't working out. Like Frank, I don't know. It kind of sucks because maybe we could have Josh right now instead of Isaac. Maybe in a week or two, Josh
will be over this experiment.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, yeah, no, sorry, Duff, your drummer can, frig off. He doesn't know the fucking songs in the set list.
Well, I mean, I said what I said about him last week, and then this past week, another clip comes out where he's playing the wrong song, and Axl's like, "Hey, can he fucking hear me talking to him right now?" So, let's see. We've got a comment here from Mike.
You gotta start off. You're not gonna start off perfect.
We got a comment here from Mike Davis that says Axl needs to realize the world isn't the same. Rock music isn't the mainstream. Garage pop and crap music are all they can do is release it and promote it through social media and perhaps interviews. Well,
you can get them
interviews?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do no interviews.
There's been what, 3 interviews? 3 interviews?
I think in the last decade, yeah.
In 9 years? Good luck.
Yeah. There's that China exchange. I think he probably did one for like Axl DC briefly.
Yeah, he did. He did do one for Axl DC. I can at least think of one. And
then he and Duff did one.
Yeah. Did they? Yeah. They did for that metal show or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The another thing I want to talk about before we just move too far away is I saw I was on TikTok and I don't have any videos to show you guys of this. I can present them when I need to, but I was on TikTok and I saw several videos getting posted from my friends in my local area getting reposted basically from their friends of All American Rejects. So apparently, I've seen the video. It did happen. All American Rejects came to Columbia, Missouri, which is like 20 minutes from my house, and they played a whole show in some guy's fucking front yard. And the videos are really cool because there's people on the porch, there's people on the roofs of the houses around, And then there's all these people gathered singing along with all the songs while the band plays.
Didn't MTV have a show like Invade My Crib or something like that
Yeah.
back in the day?
So
And they'd
Frost,
have like a band play your background.
so I guess Frost saw some of this. They did a house show in Columbia. So I got to looking into this because I was like, man, I can't believe this happened because it's just, I mean, what sucks, I think it was on a Sunday. And I wouldn't have been able
doing pop-up house show. Sorry to interrupt you, but our pal Frost posted that in the chat.
Yeah, so that's what turns out is what I was fixing to say. So
Give us $20, we'll play your house party. Let's do it.
yeah, they're doing a tour of random house parties. I saw one of them in a parking lot somewhere where they're doing there's a whole bunch of pop-up shows. And I think that's awesome, man, because fuck
That's
Ticketmaster.
awesome. Bring them to your local Denny's.
What the fuck's up, Denny's?
Or no, they should do an IHOP. Be like, what the fuck is up, IHOP, bitches?
That's
I'm
right.
not
Anywhere,
too
they'll play
familiar with
anywhere.
this band, but that's a pretty cool concept. I'm not gonna lie.
Play at Buc-ee's, bro. That would be sick.
Well, I didn't realize until I started going.
No,
through
they
the
don't allow
videos.
trailers.
What,
Goddamn
at Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's.
Oh shit!
Do you ever realize that?
All right,
Buc-ee's? I'm gonna
Right,
take
then
a
they're
shot
going
at
to Sheetz
Buc-ee's,
then.
man. Like, you pull into a Buc-ee's and it says no semis and no trailers. How the fuck does the food and the gas get there?
Through a magic
only
beaver,
approved
obviously.
ones. That's why.
What the
You,
fuck?
you stupid fucker. It's obviously a magic beaver. Bucky the magic
The magic
beaver
Canadian
makes the
beaver,
gas
goddammit.
happen.
He just tapes the gas in the well.
Yeah, of course he does, you dumbass.
Turns around,
Who
gives
doesn't know
everybody a
about
wink.
Bucky the magic beaver? Wow, Geoff, grow up.
What was I saying, man? I forgot about Bucky's magic beaver. And his magical tubes. Gallon. His magical gas tubes, man.
He also cooks
I
the
remember him.
barbecue
He's right up there
personally.
next to Krampus. The midnight stories my parents would tell me to go to bed.
I guess Bucky the Magic Beaver, I will put it in my top 5 favorite people that bring gifts.
Yeah. Suck at Krampus. You couldn't make the list this year.
Right next to Santa Claus and Grandma. Bucky the Magic Beaver is now in that lexicon and in that conversation. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're solving mysteries here on the Guns and Radio podcast. But you know what else we're doing? We're drafting some shit because
Yeah, right.
that's me. And fuck yeah, we've got a fun one for you tonight because we've covered a lot of topics on this segment so far. And one thing that we've never really talked about was how about these one-hit wonders, man? You know, throughout history, we have many great artists, just like Guns N' Roses, even All-American Rejects, who have several hits and become part of the whole rock and roll lexicon for their great contributions to the genre. However, sometimes it only takes one to get your name permanently entered into that same lexicon and same conversation. And so tonight on the show, we're going to be drafting our teams for the best one-hit wonders of the 80s. But before we do, let's take a look back last week at what happened. We drafted the best songs from movie soundtracks. And with a whopping 47% of the vote, which actually isn't all that much. I guess it kind of is if you can compare. I'm going to take the win because I went up against 4 people to get this win. Your boy Dustin Bones won.
Another record breaker, too, for votes. So.
Oh, yeah, with the team of Danger Zone from Top Gun, Eye of the Tiger from Rocky 3, and My Heart Will Go On for Titanic. How many people voted on that one, Chris?
You want me to go throw the number out there?
Throw the number out there. Make one up. I don't care.
Remember? There's a record
15,000 people.
Damn.
If we're making shit up, let's go nuts.
Let's do it. Round
No,
up,
seriously.
pal.
Round it up.
We round up.
Yeah,
We
round it up. We rounded up to about 15,000 people. How many was it actually?
Yeah. Like 120.
Okay, so say a slight difference. But we rounded
That's
up,
okay.
so it's okay.
Yeah, we include everyone that was working at YouTube Studios. So
Yes.
that's their vote too.
Yeah, that's right. See, we count this in the 50,000 increments. So that's how we
Yeah.
got to 15. It's a complicated math thing that you guys don't want to hear about right now. But
You
today,
multiply it by X amount, carry the 4, square root of 69 is 8 something.
Denominator.
Yada yada.
right. You know how it is, and that sound means that the picks are in. And Geoff, you get to go first. Geoff won the toss. What is your first choice for one-hit wonders of the 80s in the Fantasy Rock Draft?
I thought you wrote them down. I forgot.
Really? You fucking,
You can write your own shit down, goddammit.
fucking asshole.
I asked you, dude. Who should be writing these things down?
I said you got to write them
am.
down. He's writing for all of us for the poll that we got to put up on YouTube after this.
Oh.
No. Here's what we're going to do. Who do you think you picked? For the most important pick of the entire draft, who do you think you picked?
Overall,
Go.
Whip It by Devo.
All right, there it is. Ding,
All
ding,
right.
ding, ding. I don't have my
Walk
bell
us through
anymore.
your remember. Let's see.
Oh, wait, here it is. Sorry, we give Geoff the O.
Oh, here's the bell.
Whip It by T. Oh, what's your first pick, Geoff? I don't fucking know. How should I know? Oh, you think I was there?
The reason why I picked this song is because it's very influential to a lot of other bands, up and including to Rage Against the Machine, who covered one of their songs, I believe, on the covers album they did.
No, I didn't know that Devo had a second song. My bad.
So yes, Devo, Whip It is my first round draft pick.
Yeah, but nobody calls it Devo. They call it the band that played Whip It.
Yeah.
In
It's
all
Mark
fairness.
Brothers' band.
But I mean, hey, it's a hell of a choice. I mean, I can't argue with it. It is a good pick. I would have picked it. It was on my list. So my first pick was "Take on Me" by Aha. And I feel like not only is that song, you see it appear all over the place now. I'm not sure it ever completely left the charts. It still gets played because of TikTok and shit like that. And viral videos, you see it appear in those all the time. And nobody, you can show one still shot of that music video, and everybody you show it to is going to know exactly what music video that's from.
Yeah, man. The red hats, that costume is iconic.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Also, I don't know if you saw the movie Ricky Snicky, John Cena's parody of it. It was great. Where he's doing the rock hard rod shtick. Where he basically these songs, but it's about masturbation.
I remember. Yeah.
Yes. Grip it. Grab your stick.
Well, Chris, what's your first pick in round one?
Isn't yours next?
No, I said mine.
That was last. Oh, you did say yours. Okay.
Yeah.
So I went with A Flock of Seagulls, I Ran So Far Away.
Okay.
And, you know, that haircut in that fucking music video, that's something else.
I'm not sure that I've seen that music video. When I think of this song, I think
It's
of
just them singing in the Hall of Mirrors.
Oh, okay. Okay, I have seen that.
Yeah, but I always think of, GTA Vice City.
That is exactly what I was about to say. I always think of Vice City. Yeah. Man, I really want to play
Didn't
Vice
Bez
City.
cover that in the 80s Flash Forward and the 70s show? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Sounds right.
Maybe.
All right, Geoff. Moment of truth. Second round. First pick.
I think I remember picking, I can't remember if this was third or second, but I do remember picking Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby.
Ding ding. Oh, there
Ah.
it goes.
That too.
Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
I mean, if you
Right.
think about that music video, man, it had like Robin Williams in it,
Yes.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you couldn't go anywhere that year. What year was that? I can't remember.
You know,
That year you couldn't go anywhere. A commercial, the radio, anywhere you couldn't go anywhere.
I
And
can't
speaking
believe.
speaking of Devo and Josh Freese, Josh Freese did have a stint in Devo
You
too.
had a stint? Oh,
Really?
shit. This guy's a good journeyman.
I
He
did
has
not
a
know
very
that.
long resume.
Will drum for food.
Or
And
chicken.
leftover pussy.
Or chicken.
Fried chicken only.
All of the stories we hear about Josh Freese usually come back to chicken. Somehow or another. Same with Buckethead.
Yeah.
Those guys ate a lot of chicken back in the Chinese democracy days.
Real sickness. We got the song.
Well, my next pick is another song that I think if I showed you a shot of the music video, you'd probably get. Maybe not so much as Take On Me, but this song is one that you cannot go to an 80s cover band and not hear them play, and that's Your Love by The Outfield. Sad to say, unfortunately, we lost the singer, a year ago now?
Something like that, I think. 'Cause that was pretty recent, now that you bring it up.
Yeah. But, I mean, would I have went all the way to St. Louis for The Outfield? Probably not, because I know I'm only going for one song.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'd go to Columbia. And I sure would have went to Columbia if I'd known I'd got to go see somebody's house party and motherfucking All American Rejects is there.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh, look who it is. Bailey's up in. Bailey showed up.
Ooh.
What's up?
Oh,
Hey,
what's
buddy.
going on, my brother?
How's it going?
We're about to do, I think, round 3 of our top 80
I gotta
hit
pick
wonders. We'll give you 3 to choose from.
Yeah.
At the end, if you want.
Nope.
No, another 4-person draft. Let's do it.
What's the topic of this week?
One hit wonders of the 80s.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
So far, Geoff has Whip It, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And I have Take On Me and Your Love. Chris has Iran. And who's your next pick?
Relax by Frankie Goes Hollywood. The gayest song of all time.
Oh, I doubt that.
I
The
doubt
gayest
that.
song of all time is in my honorable mentions, but it is not that. Remind me to.
Well,
tell
it's
you-
one of, I'd say.
I'm writing a note next to it. Gayest song of all time.
I mean, back then it was causing enough controversy. You know, how dare you say that? What are you talking about a man coming for?
Speaking of which,
Men don't come and women don't shit.
that's
How
right.
dare you?
Let's keep it that way.
Women only queef.
And we don't talk about holding hands either.
Yeah, how dare you? Root for
Song
Jesus.
about holding hands.
Anyway,
But holding different
all right,
hands in a washroom.
here we go.
Bailey, I
Last
just did
one.
you a favor. Check your inbox on Facebook, and that'll help you.
okay.
All right, Geoff. While Bailey does
For
his
my
thing,
last one,
what is your
Ballad of
last?
Jane by L.A. Guns.
Hey, he remembered it.
Hey, 3 for 3, 3 for 3, baby. Let's go.
All right, I didn't have to bail him out once. Ballad of Jane
Nice.
is a good one.
You took the one I was gonna take.
Nah.
Speaking of coming on people, my last song is also about coming on people, and I chose "Come On, Eileen" by Dexy Midnight Runners. I had to look it up. So, "Come On, Eileen" was my final pick. And then who can resist? You gotta look. Come on, Eileen, on her face, on her jeans at this moment. I just wanna scream. Yeah. Now, you don't talk about Relax being a blatant song about coming on somebody. Come on, Eileen.
Well, it's more blunt. It's not like, like hidden.
Okay.
Chris, what's your final pick?
Man, because you kept stealing my picks. I was going for them, and you fucking stole my picks. So I went, my last one. You Spin Me Round by July.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yes.
Who covered that one time?
I mean, like, it's been sampled so many fucking times. I know Flo Rida sampled it in a song.
No,
I
I'm not
remember
saying somebody covered it, and for a long time we thought it was Marilyn Manson. And
Marilyn Manson.
Oh, Static X?
He did. He covered.
Oh, it was
he did it for,
Orgy, I think.
I think you're
by Dead or Alive.
No, it was a different new metal band.
I think you're right. I think it was Static X. Now that I hear it, I don't think Manson ever did it. I think Static X is the one that.
I could have sworn
Manson
he
did
it
Tainted Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Manson
My
did Tainted
bad.
Love, but when it comes to Spin Me Around, I think the reason a lot of us thought it was Manson is because when you would
Yeah, he
download
did
it off of Kazaa.
Oh, it was Dope, actually. The band Dope.
Dope. There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's with Marilyn Manson and Rammstein, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
I'll
the
feel a lot
live
better
cover,
about it.
but-
Either way, you spin me right round. Okay, so I'm going to go over the teams once again. Geoff, Whip It, Don't Worry, Be Happy, Ballad of Jane, Me, Take on Me, Your Love, and Come on, Eileen. Chris, I Ran, Relax, and You Spin Me Round. Bailey, did you want to throw a few in?
I'm trying to think of one. I guess my first pick would be what is it? House of Pain by Faster Pussycat.
Oh, that's a good one. What did they have?
Okay.
I don't know. That's not a one-hit wonder.
I
I
thought
don't think so.
I thought they were a one-hit wonder.
You're So Vain. There's
Bathroom
two.
Wall.
Yeah.
What is considered a one-hit wonder though? Like, is it?
They had
Billboard?
one hit.
Yeah. Which,
Like one hit on like the top 40, and like having him crack the top 40 ever since.
This one's a toughie. God, I remember VH1 used to post a bunch of these like shows of one-hit wonders from '80s bands or '80s artists.
Yeah, there's a whole list.
Oh, yeah. We've got a lot of honorable mentions here.
Yeah.
Was this I think it was a one-hit wonder. Was it Cars by Gary Newman?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
that's
consider
one.
that one.
That's a one-hit
'Cause
wonder.
that was on the one list I saw. So
Yeah.
Okay. So Cars. Okay, that's a good one.
That's what is that one?
Wait, the Cars
one.
had more than one hit.
no, the song
Gary
Cars, not the
Newman.
band.
Song
Yeah,
Cars
my
by
bad.
Gary Newman. I don't know. Didn't Gary Newman do all those Toy Story songs? That was Randy Newman.
Yeah,
That's Ruben.
that's probably the
That's
brother.
Randy
Yeah. Never mind. Okay.
took a bite of the apple,
There you go. I found it.
wiped it on her blouse.
So yes, Marilyn Manson did cover "Turn Spin Me Right Round."
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Ah, damn it.
So Bailey's got one.
You put me on the spot here.
Well, that's okay. We don't have to. I'll tell you what. We'll just kick Bailey out of the draft. There's your choices. Go vote
There
on
you
them
go.
right now. And let's talk about
Yeah.
some honorable mentions.
We got
And
plenty.
there was one that we mentioned earlier. Tainted Love by Soft Cell is a one-hit wonder. Mickey by Tony Basil.
You so fine.
Oh, yeah. And people still sample that song to this day. And
Oh yeah, it's like
shit.
played at every like sports event, and anything cheerleading related.
oh, yeah. Let's see. I Want Candy by Bow Wow Wow. Never heard another Bow Wow Wow song. I also got Video Killed the Radio Star.
Yeah, which was
Oh,
also
yes.
the first single ever played on MTV.
Yes.
Yep.
First
First
video.
video.
One I almost picked for my list was 8675309 by Tommy Two Tone.
It was all on my list too. I was gonna pick that. That was an honorable mention. Sorry, you got any more? Or
Yeah, I got two more. Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
featuring Michael Jackson on the chorus.
That's right. And the actual gayest song of all time, "It's Raining Men" by the Weather Girl.
That is. Well, I mean, it was co-opted as a gay anthem later on in life.
I'm just saying whether it was born the gayest song or it came out of the closet 10, 15 years into its existence of being a hit. To me,
I think it's
Raining
bisexual
Men.
at best. You can play it at a gay bachelor party or a woman's bachelorette party. Think about it.
Well, I mean, it's the B on the LGBT, so
That's true.
I feel
Swings
like
both ways. It's bi-curious, okay? Don't hate.
there you go. I think though, if it were actually raining men, I'd rather be under a bridge or something. Because I think
That's true. I'd rather be in my house.
let's say
In
that they're
basement
very
areas.
slender men. You've still got a good 90 pounds coming down from the stratosphere. What kind of damage? What kind of ecological damage are we? What kind of toil? Not forget the poor men who are falling from the sky and exploding onto the concrete below. What kind of damage is it going to be where the men are taking out houses? One lands on the roof of your car. Like this is
Yeah, the HOA
actually.
ain't gonna take care of this shit.
I know this is actually a very horrifying song when you think about it. Why are all these men jumping to their certain death? Are you sure this isn't about a Wall Street crash or something?
This
Anyway.
is like the plague God forgot about and remembered like 20 years later. Oh, I forgot to do this. Shit.
God's like, oh yeah, here we go. I got a plague for you. And then you
It's the
hear,
eighth plague.
oh, and then rainbows shoot out of his hands, and you hear, it's raining, man. The sky fills with glitter.
Well, at least your first child isn't being sacrificed today, so that's best.
Oh man, what are your honorable mentions?
I
Me?
Electric Avenue, Eddie Grant.
That's a good one.
One I totally forgot about. I didn't know it was by Cutting Crew.
What was it?
I Just Died in Your Arms.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
I just
Okay.
died in your arms tonight.
That
That one, Funky Town was apparently an 80s song. I did not know.
I
Early
thought
80s,
that was
probably.
from like the 70s.
Yeah, because you would think it's like a disco song. And like, oh shit, it actually wasn't from the 80s. Probably like right at the beginning of the decade. Because anything past that, it was disco, they would have been like, burn that shit.
Oh yeah, disco was dead by the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Dead
Another
by
one,
81.
this,
What'd you say,
Yeah.
Bailey?
It was dead by 81.
Fair enough.
roughly around there. Another one, Party All the Time, Eddie Murphy.
Oh
Okay.
God, yeah, I remember that. The one.
Don't forget about everybody in the '80s trying to make their transition to music, like him, Bruce Willis,
Don.
Dangerfield,
What
Don
was that?
Johnson.
Frank
Johnson.
Stallone.
What about Maniac from the movie Flashdance? That's a one-hit wonder.
Yes, that was on my list of honorable mentions too. Michael Cimbello.
Oh,
Maniac.
nice.
Also, Lady in
You
Red.
just need one more, Bailey.
Lady in
Just I need one more. Oh, I don't know the artist, but I know this song, like "Melt with You," whatever that song was.
Yeah, I think it's Modern English. I
My,
think
so. Yeah.
Bailey's
Not with
back in
you,
the
yeah.
game.
I
There
melt
we
with
go.
you with modern English
Modern
Yeah.
English. There we go.
of '82.
I'm gonna put you in the game, Bailey. You got your 3-2.
There we
Cars,
go.
Maniac, and Melt with You. There you go.
All right.
There we go. It's perfect. Yeah, I still have a couple more honorable mentions. Or
Let's see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Frost has. Let's see. Frost has been dropping several throughout the.
yeah, Frost took one of yours at first. I said
Yeah.
no, that shit.
Come on, Eileen. Yeah, we already drafted before we went on the air. For those of you who don't know how the sausage is made. Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House.
I didn't know that was an '80s one.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say Crowded House is a one-hit wonder at all.
I don't know any of their music, so. True by Spandu Ballet.
Spandau Ballet. Oh, those are the guys that still have to pay royalties to like. Oh no, that's Bittersweet Symphony. Never mind, different guys.
Yeah, that was the Verve, but that's 90s. That's a whole other list for another
That's a
time.
whole. That's for way in the
Verve.
future.
That's right.
Yes, Britpop, man. Remember that?
Does anybody else got one they want to mention before we move on and review the
Oh,
song?
I've got
I
one.
do.
What was his name? Hold on a second. Geoff Healy, the Geoff Healy band with Angel Eyes.
Okay.
Do you guys remember the original? Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, the band that was playing behind the cage with the guitar player who's blind. That's Geoff Healy. He's since passed. I think he passed during COVID, sadly. But I saw him open for Little Feat, like when I was a fucking 10 years old, man. Geoff Healy can fucking play.
Wild.
But
What about you, Chris? You got...
And then
I do have one
Martinez
more.
Toy Soldiers.
That's a good one.
Martika.
Yeah. That is a good one because I think that one got popular again in the 90s with Eminem.
It was like 2000. I remember he sampled it and he did his own version of it.
Okay. No.
And then Funky
Mid
Town,
2000s.
which I had to look
Funky
up the
Town.
lyrics to recently, and I thought it was a Funky Town, but it's just Funky Town. Won't you take me to Funky Town, not to a Funky Town?
That's right. It's like
I
Flavor
always
Town.
thought it was to a Funky Town.
Flavor
I had
Town,
to look
baby.
it up. It's like one of those
Funky
Mandela
Town.
effect things.
Funky Town's on the map next to Flavor Town, between Flavor Town and Titty City. So, I know. I've been to all three places. Funky Town.
What's
Dollywood
your
and
favorite?
also Margaritaville.
Funky
was your
Town,
favorite?
Flavor Town, Titty City. All the best ones.
You been to Paradise City?
No, never been to that one. I don't think it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, we forgot the biggest like one-hit wonder, Sweet Child of Mine.
No. There you go.
There's no GNR rule though for you. So
Yeah. Right. Technically, it was their only number one hit, so they're a one-hit.
Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't say number one, maybe, but they still had other hits. They showed up on the charts.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, that's the thing. Also, like to be serious, like there's some people that consider these bands one-hit wonders. When come on, they're not one-hit wonders. Like Quiet Riot or Twisted Sister or Rat. Like
Quiet Riot had two. I can think of two off the top of my head. Rat, I could see with Round and Round. I couldn't name another Rat song. But just because I don't know,
I mean,
doesn't
Twisted
mean
Sister had at least like two or three.
the only one I can think of off the top of my head is We're Not Gonna Take It. But I Want to Rock. So there you go.
I Wanna
That's
Rock.
two. Yeah,
The
that's all you
videos
need.
for those were awesome, dude. That was back when day in the 80s when like you actually put a little bit of production into your videos, and like Twisted Sister had some, dude. Like,
Oh yeah,
man,
dude.
God.
That's the same
Van Halen
storyline.
did too, man.
It's the same storyline every time. Your dad is Wile E. Coyote, and he doesn't like rock and roll, and damn him. And father be damned, I shall listen to my rock and roll. And he proceeds to try to stop you from doing so, and like all Wile E. Coyote people, he proceeds to have a Wile E. Coyote moment. So.
I like how the PRMC like they use that video to say, oh, rock and roll is like I'm like, there's no blood in the music video. There's no violence. There's no like no one's getting hurt.
No more than like a Looney Tune.
Your
Pretty
DMRC just hated fun. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Who?
And they're hypocrites. So them.
Oh, what's her name? Tipper
Yeah.
Gore.
Tipper
Gore.
Gore. Fuck Al Gore too. He's an asshole. Fuck him.
He created
This
the
is-
internet.
Glad you
remember?
lost in 2000, you bitch.
You know, it was before Bill Clinton was the only president in that era to really say, "Hey," to his wife, "You better shape up and stop making trouble."
Shape up.
Because you had Nancy Reagan making trouble in the 80s, you had Tipper Gore making trouble in the 90s, and Barbara Bush with her fucking bullshit and war on drugs and stuff.
Well,
Yeah,
Hillary
which is the
Clinton
same.
started the war on video games too. Her and Jack fucking Thompson, that piece of shit.
Oh, that guy sucks.
That guy's been. I tried to sue Rockstar so many times. He got this bar because he's an idiot.
And then Michelle Obama took away the square pizza at lunch. God damn it!
Yeah, stop make these kids not fat again.
How dare you make their food edible?
Yeah.
God damn it! Just give them some high C and let them fucking live.
We
guys,
suffered through multicolored goo and mystery meat.
Bring back Surge, you bitch.
Remember the days when the lunch lady would slop something on the plate in front of you? What is it? She don't fucking know. Keep walking, kid.
She don't fucking care.
She's done her job. Move on.
Anyway, are we ready for the song of the day?
Sure.
Let's get to it, baby.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say hello today to goodbye tonight.
This is for the last 2 weeks worth of party at the studio.
No idea what he says, and I think that's going to be a running theme tonight because the only good recording we
Something
can
about
find.
the studio.
Yeah, the only thing we can find is this shitty recording of the actual song because I don't think it was ever even recorded.
No.
Yeah, only played live. And this is early GNR too. We're talking they played strip clubs. They were still kind of leaning into the glam thing a little bit before they made a bunch of fuck you money off of Appetite and said we ain't doing that shit no more. So this is like if I showed you a clip of this and didn't have any sound on it, you didn't know any better, and I told you it was Hollywood Rose, you'd go, okay, that's Hollywood Rose. That's what Hollywood Rose looked like. This is the Hollywood Rose era of GNR. Not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the LA Hollywood era. And who brought their laundry to the bar that night? That's another question.
Sorry, dudes, I gotta do my delicates.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
sometimes
logging up all the fucking tide.
They used to have a bar on campus for UC. It was called Sudsy Malone's. It's right across from Bogart's, which is a historical place on campus to see shows. And you used to be able to do your laundry while you could sit at the bar while you saw a show.
that's pretty
Fucking awesome.
okay. I
their
get behind
deal.
that.
And
That's
like
a good idea.
Green Day
Dumbass
played
played all the
there, a
time.
bunch of bands. Nirvana played there, a bunch of bands played there way back in the day. And now it's
That's wild.
housing gone.
Ah,
But Bogart still exists.
that's an unfortunate name. I don't believe I'd want to hang out with somebody whose literal name was Bogart. Not for what I like to do.
Tits.
Something about we asked to see their tits.
Was that Duff?
Plus your titties.
No, it's Axl.
Oh, it was Axl. I thought it was Duff.
Nothing wrong. Who cares who said it? Let's just see it.
At least the sound of the laundry in the background has now blended away. Because that was really getting on my nerves. This is what happens when a 40-year-old VHS tape gets uploaded to YouTube. This is the sound quality we're stuck with.
Yeah, there's.
At least it's there.
I don't know, unless someone could 4K upscale this somehow, but it's very unlikely with something of this quality.
Now, I found what I believe is a fan cover that's of much better quality. That it says in the description that this was made using an advanced AI Axl voice model and a instrumental reproduction. So it's basically a brand new instrumental that this person made and then used AI to have Axl's voice on the top of it. So I didn't want to use that. I felt like that would not be good for the review. We can play it later if you guys want. I'll go ahead and download it. And if you guys want to hear it, a little bit of that. Actually, I won't download it. We'll play it straight from, I won't play the whole thing, and we'll play it straight from this guy's video so he can get his stuff seen, and you can go over there if you want to hear the whole thing.
Geoff in the season, boys! Geoff in the season, boys!
I am hearing Duff in there. What I'm also hearing is what I'm also hearing is I'm definitely aware that I'm listening to Slash throwing down some riffs here, but I can't think of what it's reminding me of. Maybe a little bit of Perfect Crime.
Move to the City, maybe?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's got that. Maybe. I think it's a little faster than that. Okay, I hear what you mean. So is this going to, Chris, why don't you read us some of the lyrics? Because I have a feeling this is the rest of the song.
All right, so it goes, oh, if you had your fun, you know the party has begun. So good night tonight, good night tonight, good night. If you heard it once before, well, you hear it now once more. So good night tonight, good night tonight, good night. And the rest of the lyrics is basically an Izzy song.
Yeah, so that's what I kind of figured. So let's hit play.
Very repetitive.
But I don't know, if you don't listen to that part and you just listen to the guitar, Slash is kind of noodling something original here.
Sure seems like it.
You see what I mean?
I see, yeah.
So, yeah, we got a lot of this to get through, though, because this is going to be painful.
Yeah.
We're only halfway through the song, and it just goes on like this for the rest of the time. Good night, motherfucker. Could have threw a son of a bitch in there or something. A baby. So this is like when you're on your way out of the party and you really got to shit and you're trying not to tell everybody, hey, I'm leaving because I got to take a shit. But like you've been the life of the party all night long and everybody's trying to hug you on your way as you sprint toward the door. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, later. Really, hold on.
Good night, motherfucker. I finally got one.
Fuck you, I'm a shit right there.
Good fuck.
Yeah, it's like their outro song before.
Before what?
It's like their outro song before they thought of an outro.
Yeah, before Paradise
City.
City.
Let me call everyone to thank you, good night, or whatever.
Well, wasn't it Mama Ken?
There.
Didn't they used to close with Mama Ken?
In the club days,
Yeah, some
I would
covers.
assume so.
Or Heartbreak Hotel.
A Rocket Queen, didn't they close with that?
Maybe.
I think they closed the Ritz show with that. I'm gonna look up on set list. Let's see.
While you do that, I'm gonna hit play. This definitely sounds like they're wrapping up the show. Well, there you go, folks. Good night tonight is in the rear view. Not much to it.
Yeah. And the only time was played according to setlist.fm.
How many times?
One time. This is the one show, The Roxy, January 18th, 1986.
Huh. Well, there you go.
And it was the closer, because the other two songs they used before this were Heartbreak Hotel and Mama Kid. So maybe they just had a random, said, let's just jam, whatever, and just do this. I don't know.
Well, there you go. Well, I said I would do it, so before we get into our final thoughts, let's listen to this AI Axl remake thingy here, which this comes from YouTube from an account called GNR Hub. They only got 500 subscribers, so if you guys go help them out, I bet you would get some content you like from them there. Just saying. We seem to have a similar audience. You guys might like this person. But anyway, this is their take on Goodnight Tonight. Listen. I already like this better.
Oh, it sounds like a Tony Hawk's track.
It kind of does.
Oh, if you've had your fun, you know the party has begun. So good night tonight, good night tonight, good night. If you heard it once before, well, you'll hear it now once more. So good night tonight, good night tonight, good night.
Oh, I'm digging this.
If you heard it once before, well, you'll hear it now once more. So good night tonight, 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 good night. Good night tonight, good night tonight. Well, good night tonight. Hey, good night tonight, good night tonight. Well, good night tonight. Well, good night tonight, good night tonight. Well, good night tonight, tonight, tonight. Well, good night tonight, good night tonight. Well, good night tonight, good night tonight, good night. Yeah, good night tonight.
Yeah, okay. Well, you get the idea. I'm going to go check out that after the show, and I think you guys probably should too. But final thoughts, man. We're going to roll the D20 once again. This seems to be the fairest way we've come up with doing this. So let's just pull out the old D20. We'll
Hey,
start
Chef.
with, huh?
He just sent
What'd you
me
say?
He sent me a message. The Reds lost.
Oh,
Cincinnati.
son of a bitch. All right, so we've got 4 dice rolls. Let's see. Let's start with Bailey. Bailey, you get a 4. Geoff, you get a 14. Chris, 9. And Dustin Bones, 18. So it
Always
goes me, huh?
I'm always last.
I mean, we can do a
Sure, he goes
do-over.
last.
No, we're good. I'm just.
He wants it that way.
Yeah.
So me, Geoff, Chris, and Bailey is the order we're going to do these in. I mean, you get what you get. I mean, it's a closer song. It's a go-home song. Not the most exciting go-home song ever, but I can see trying to write a go-home song organically into your set list. Does make sense. I think their heart was in the right place. I just didn't think they really knew what they wanted to do with it. And obviously, they didn't really care for the song either. They would have probably at least recorded it or performed it more than once. So with that, I guess, I mean, the only thing I can tell you is it's a neat piece of GNR history, but that's really all I can say about it. I'm giving it a 1. All right, Geoff.
I disagree, man. I wish they would bring this back. I wish they would polish it off and maybe make it a little crispier. And maybe at the end of Paradise City, just kind of like bam into it. Like, I think it's punk rocky. I think it's rock and rolly. I give it 3.5 out of 5. I think they should polish it off and bring it back. Who cares if it was just for one song? It's a tune to say get the fuck out and pay your bar tab, and or if you're in the club, and it's a song to say go get to your car and drive home safely. There's not many other bands who's ever really done anything like that. Like maybe Closing Time by that one band, or no, like
Semisonic, baby.
Maybe that song, or isn't there a song
90s
like,
One Hit Wonder.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, or something like that?
I mean, Dropkick has a few, like Until the Next Time. They like to close with that one sometimes.
They have a song say goodnight to people. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's just a little jam. You get the season vocals from Duff. You get Slash just riffing. You get Axl screaming, like, get the fuck out. Time to go home,
Yeah.
Why not? Not too many bands have songs like that.
Well, that's a good point.
Bless you.
Chris? Bailey's Catholic, folks.
I can like everyone's like point so far. I mean, like to me, like if they really took this song seriously, they should have just at least recorded a demo of it. It would have been cool to throw in like something worth in that Appetite box set or whatever. But like it's all right. I think it's like the Go Home song when you're playing in like the old like Sunset Strip club days. Sure, that would work. I don't know if that kind of works now when you're doing stadium shows all over the damn world, but it's each their own. I'd say it's okay. It's not terrible. I do like the little piece of that sort of reworking AI thing. I sounded pretty decent.
Yeah, that was cool.
But overall, this one-time version that was played live, 2 out of 5. It's okay. I don't know. There's not really much of a song when you're just saying "Goodnight Tonight." Like,
I mean, that's
time's over.
officially in the GNR lexicon what we have to go by on this song. So that's why
I think Izzy was inspired to write like that. 35, 40 years later.
Izzy did write this. This got Izzy all over.
He said "Good night tonight," and then he thought, "Oh, maybe I should tell him to go get me something." But he forgot it was supposed to be a beer, so he said, "Go get the ball." Yeah.
There you go. All right,
There you
Bailey.
go. See?
Yeah, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, yeah. I mean, this song's kind of, I don't think it was meant to be taken seriously. I mean, it's just, I think Izzy just in the band probably wrote it just for like, let's have fun with it, and that's what it is to me, and that's what they did with it live. This isn't terrible. I could see why this was not put on Appetite or any other release. But I think it was okay. I mean, it's not like, it's not like a deep cut like Heartbreak Hotel or something like that. But I'd say like 3 out of 5. It's okay.
And there you go, folks. But the most important question is, what did you think? If you're watching on YouTube, let us know in the comment section below. For everybody else, you can head over to gunsandradio.com to get your free invite into our Discord, where you can continue the conversation on Goodnight Tonight, even though we know you're going to actually continue the conversation on that one picture of Axl that went viral this week that we've already talked about. We know you guys aren't going to continue that conversation.
We're
You're going
talking
to talk
about
about
fat Axl.
Going to talk about more fucked up shit, but that's okay, because we're going to find out right now what we going to talk about next week on the Guns and Radio podcast. Let's spin that wheel. Make it happen. I hope it's good.
You can always blame Geoff.
Yeah.
Dustin Bones.
Oh,
Wow. All right.
Well, there we
This
go.
is the song named after you, Dustin.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
I know. I was around before this song was, so technically.
Yeah, I think you're conceived to the demo of this song.
the song famously on the old podcast that I thought had the lyric Highway 69.
Oh, but it does.
No,
I mean, why isn't there a Highway 69? That's the real question.
it's 65, but I said 60
Oh.
podcast.
I always thought it was 69.
It's 65. It'll take you from the Panhandle pretty much all the way up through the like Louisville, and then to like from Louisville north of that it'll be like Indy.
Well, that's interesting. I can't wait to dive into Dustin Bones next week on the Guns and Radio podcast. Also, we'll be looking forward to whatever kind of news we get, because we didn't expect to have this much news this week. But
Yeah, coming out of this tour so far. Holy. More leaks, more in-ear monitor leaks, because I want to hear the drama. Give us the dirt.
that's right.
Shout out to Japan for getting us that. So.
Not,
And
not
it's-
Whatever else you have, throw our way.
yeah, that's right.
I'd love to hear it.
Throw me a freaking bone,
Bailey, did you want to say something in closing?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay, good. Good man.
This man is done with their
Trying-
shit now.
Yeah, I think we're all done for the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to come back next week and come back on Saturday, unless, of course, you're on our Patreon. Shotcast Saturday will be starting in just a few minutes. But until next time, I'm Dustin Bones.
And I'm Chris Caputo. See you guys next week for some Bones, some more GNR reviews, and more GNR madness. And we'll see, if Axl's going to fall on his ass more, and Guns N' Roses is going to post a montage on Instagram.
Oh
of it.
yeah,
Love it.
hats
Leaning
off
into the
for
camp.
that, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hats off to that. I mean,
That-
fun at Axl falling on stage. The band did. You gotta give hats off to that.
Oh, 100%, man.
That's the best thing Team
forgot
Brazil's
about
done in
that.
20 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, sorry we saved that to the end, but maybe we'll talk about it on
Shit.
Shotcast.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, we could definitely.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see you guys on Shotcast. And until then, good night, everybody.